Hello, hope you're having a wonderful day. This is Josh Belk with the Belk on Business podcast. Last week we took a step away kind of on a little mini-series that I've been recording on talking about the sales process. And last week we talked a little bit about the proposed Biden tax plan. And today I'm going to step back in and may finish up next week on this topic of selling. We talked a little bit about holding sales meetings, what that initial conversation should look like as it relates to talking with the prospective client. Today, we're going to take the next step. So once you have the client and you've gone through the sales process and maybe just some general ideas on things that you can do to maintain that client relationship, calling this continuing relevance after selling. Of course, when you're going through the sales process, you spend a lot of time telling your story, your business story, and you talk about your differentiators, some things that you're going to continue to want to do as you engage the client and as you continue working with the client. And so you've gone through the process, you've engaged the client or the customer, and as a business, we need to continue to keep ourselves in front of our customers. And so if we're not in front of our customers, at some point we're going to lose our relevance. That's why so much value is given nowadays to data, to obtaining that information of either a potential client or an existing client, just simply to continue to just deliver awareness, that you exist in front of that client or that prospect. And it's something you're going to want to continue doing. For example, in our business, just recording this podcast, I send this out every week to our list, and it's just one way of just keeping ourselves in front of our clients. So I just kind of jotted down just a few things that we can consider doing as far as it relates to maintaining our relevance or continuing our relevance in front of our clients or our customers after we have essentially sold them or we have begun the process. We've already gone through the process of convincing them or in some cases we've convinced them or they've convinced us to work with them. So first of all is to be unique. I'm not talking about being unique. I'm not talking about being weird, but making sure that you have continue to remind them of the differentiators. And I don't mean that you're getting in front of them and say, hey, we're different or because of this, but showing that through your actions. So whatever sort of differentiators that you put out there when you went through and you told your story well, you told it effectively, and you've explained to them what the differentiators are, what you do differently than maybe some of your competitors may do. And so once you've kind of gone through and you've explained that, you're going to want to make sure that you deliver on those differentiators. And if you're effectively able to do that, in some ways you will be unique. And sometimes we may need to be a little bit unique in the way that we deliver our message as well. Because there's a lot of noise out there. That noise can become essentially white noise. We're just another podcast. We're just another this. We say the same thing kind of like the same way that everybody else does. But what are some things that we can do in a little bit of a different or unique way to get our clients to notice? There's something a little bit different than what everybody else is doing, and so it keeps their attention. Secondly, that we always provide value. We always provide value. And value can be brought in different ways. I was at a mastermind this week, and they talked about value can be really kind of brought in a couple different ways. First is through discounting, and of course that's a blue ocean strategy if you're out there and you're saying that a red ocean strategy if you're out there and thinking, okay, we're going to just cut prices, we're going to be the cheapest, or we're going to compete on price. There's not really a whole lot of what I would consider true value there. That's just simply, okay, I'm just giving something cheaper than somebody else and just trying to be competitive that way. When I'm talking about providing value here is going beyond the expectations of whatever the client was. And our clients at minimum do have expectations of us. And if we aren't meeting those expectations, they're going to go somewhere else. So we need to deliver on the expectations, and we need to solve the problem that they came to us to solve. But at any point that we go beyond that, we exceed those expectations, we're going to be able to provide value. And we can do that in a number of different ways, and I'll talk about that here in the next couple points. But if we're going above and beyond what we were expected to do, we're going to be able to bring value. So what are some couple different ways we can do that? In some ways, we can go about this sometimes by cross-selling, and I don't mean upselling. Okay. What I mean here is that you have other deliverables, you have other products, you have other services within your business structure that you're able to go and be able to help them. And it doesn't mean that you're selling them all the time. Hey, do you know that we do this? But you're actively listening when you're having a conversation with them. And if there's something else that they have a need that you're able to fill, that you step in and you just bring the awareness of, are you aware that this is something that we are able to do to help you solve your problem or to deliver whatever it is that you're wanting? Next, you can use your network. And in our line of business, as I own an accounting firm, and there are a lot of things that are kind of somewhat related to what we do, but we don't want to do it. Or we're just simply not that good at it. But we do want to bring value in being able to help solve their problem by making that connection. There's a gentleman that I know relatively well, and he has a phrase out there. It talks about how our network can be our net worth. And I think maybe a little bit of what that means is that we are able to take the people that we're connected with, our customer and our client, and we're able to turn around and make that connection with others, and we're able to bring value. I'll just give you a practical example. I own an accounting firm, but one thing that we aren't able to do is to sell them into some various tax strategies. And so there are other products and services that people can go and they can purchase to be able to minimize their taxes. But it's not something that we're able to do. But it's part of the overall strategy that we're working with the customer on. So I may make those connections, and I do all the time. Whether we're talking about doing a 1031, or we're trying to find some place that people can go to purchase into some sort of a fund or purchase assets to utilize a depreciation or some sort of a favorable tax strategy. And so there are some things that we are able to do, cost segregation, for example, but there are many other things that we're not able to do. So we'll go to our network and we'll make that connection to help bring value to our client. We just don't simply just deliver the idea and say, oh, here's a great idea on how you can save taxes in this example, but you need to go out and do the research yourself and find that person. No, we want to make sure that we're making that connection, and that's going to bring additional value to our client. I don't make necessarily any money directly off of it. I don't get a kickback or any sort of referral fee, but what I do is what I do receive from that is a deeper relationship with our client, being able to help solve their problem and maybe some other parallel problems as well. Number 5 is to be the person that other people want to work with. To be the person that other people want to work with. The best customers that we can ever receive are those that come to us by referral. And if we are exceeding expectations, we are delivering value, we're making the connection through our network, and we are living up to what we said that we're going to be, we are the person that we said we were going to be, we're delivering what we said we were going to deliver, we exceed expectations, and the person's going to look at us and say, you know what, that's somebody I want to work with, somebody I enjoy working with, and guess what? They tell others. Just this week, I have one of our clients that have sent 2 of their family members to us. That they own businesses, they have other things going on, and was able to go down and meet with him this last week, and at a mastermind I flew down to Orlando to be with, and just through that conversation, I ended up picking and through the engagement and delivering, we're going to be able to pick up a couple more clients because of that. And guess what? I don't have to do a whole lot of selling on those calls. They come to us, and I don't have to do a whole lot of work. I just need to just continue to do the things I've always done and do it well, continue to be improving, and just be the best person that I can be and be the person that people want to work with. And so if you're doing those types of things, we're going to maintain our relevance in front of our customers. And then they're going to tell others, and it's going to allow for us to grow and to scale our business. So just some ideas how to stay in front of the customers after we've engaged with them, and how to continue to bring value, to stay relevant, and hopefully get to the point to where your business can be more profitable and scale if that's something that you're looking to do within your business. Hopefully this particular podcast brought you value. My name, once again, Josh Belk. This is the Belk on Business podcast. I would encourage you to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Have a wonderful day.